my speaking business. So as much as I want to go to just one accomplishment, the common thread between them all is servicing other people. And the specific memory, I guess, that comes to mind right now for the biggest accomplishment is when I did start the nonprofit organization. The very first pet that we helped to save his life, this dog's life, and the family and their gratitude and their expressiveness, and just for helping them financially to have this member of their family being helped, it really put into alignment the heart that was in my business. And one of the reasons it's probably the greatest accomplishment that sticks out is because not only did I leave, right, have the courage to kind of leave the corporate marketing world and to take this endeavor, but I beat the people who were naysayers that said, you know, this couldn't be a bankable business, especially as a nonprofit organization.
Nice.
So, you know, that's the greatest accomplishment. But in all honesty, I look to the future that every day, you know, should bring my next greatest accomplishment, you know, keeping that in the future and rolling with it.
That's beautiful. Beating the naysayers. We got to beat the naysayers. I think everybody would agree. That's my biggest takeaway. Hey, keep it going, Karen. Give us a little bit more. The picture of the puppy, is that?
Yes, the dog on my profile picture is my current dog. I actually wrote a book called Sergey's Eyes, which I will tell you about a little bit later. It's a free giveaway. And it was a Siberian Husky that was the heart and soul of that foundation. So, yep, all about pets and how important they are to family.
Beautiful. That's a great story. Really appreciate that. That's definitely coming from the heart. Veronica, you're up next. Come on, your turn. When it comes to your business, how are you? What's the single biggest accomplishment? Bring it. Got the big smile. Come on.
I think I'm doing fine. But my biggest accomplishment is choosing the right industry. Travel. Travel is one of the biggest industry. It's very lucrative. The company that I'm a part of, very lucrative compensation plan, and I'm using that industry in my business to raise funds. Who does not need money? Money makes the world go round, unfortunately, but not everyone have funds. And so I'm raising funds for nonprofits, for businesses. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you need it. And I have this acronym, BIOS, B-I-O. Okay. Stands for businesses, institutions, individuals, and organizations, profit and nonprofit. Those are the industries and services that I want to raise money for. And I love the travel industry. There's two sides to my business, Surge Wall Street LA. One is the travel, and the other one is the network marketing, the MLM. That's the money-making side. That's what we call it.
All right.
And it is so wonderful. And I love network marketing because I feel it's one of the best ways to raise funds. And it's raise funds for, like I said, nonprofits and so on, and especially struggling businesses. Businesses, you know, because they always want that cash flow. We have a wonderful compensation plan, a wonderful means to have a cash flow. No recruiting will be involved. And, you know, it's just a way of, you know, how to call it, what they were saying, a little side hustle that you can do on your side.
There you go.
While you're having your main business.
I will part-time business while you run the book big time.
You go.
Yes.
There you go.
You got a website? Got a website you can give us?
Yes. It's surgewallstreetla.com.
One more time.
surgewallstreetla.com.
Mr. Kevin, come on in. Mr. Kevin, come off mute, my friend. Come off.
All right.
All
right. Thank you, Terry, for your enthusiasm, sir. Listen, the biggest accomplishment that I've had in lieu of the nature of the work that I do as a leadership development trainer and a certified executive coach is getting positive feedback from the people that I serve. We work across the federal government, small to mid-sized corporations, churches, nonprofits, and academia. And by far, receiving good feedback from people and endorsements saying, you helped us. You were really key to our personal and professional development means a lot. It endorses and it confirms that I'm walking in the right space at the right time. And it also lets me know that I'm doing the right thing by pouring into the lives of the current and next generation of leaders. And I'll be talking about that quite a bit at our booth during Success Fest 21, where we'll invite you to come in, sit down, and have a conversation about where you are and where you want to go. What is your desired outcome? What are your dreams, goals, and aspirations in life? And when I can hear that feedback and input from those that we serve, that is by far the biggest accomplishment.
I love it, Kevin, because you didn't say the money was the biggest accomplishment. I heard you. You said your positive feedback from the client. See, I'm taking notes, bro. I'm taking notes. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So our service to people is first and foremost, and then the dollars kind of follow. And so we want to keep things in perspective. There are many, many ways to generate multiple streams of income. This is just one, but I'm following the DNA of Kevin Johnson and what's in my heart. And that is to make sure we have better leaders, because better leaders make the world a much better place.
I love it, man. I love your philosophy. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you. I love it. Thanks for sharing. All right. Secrets of a bankable business. Let's go to question number 2. When it comes to your business, what's the single biggest challenge that you've been struggling with? Karen, come on in.
Yeah, well, the single biggest challenge for me in the past was overcoming when the results that I was seeing didn't match the effort that I was putting in, you know, whether it was the money, the time, the effort, and that frustration that went along with that, right? Because that can create that kind of limiting belief spiral and, you know, offset, you know, even the best of plans. So that challenge, though, in hindsight, you know, that's part of I'm skipping ahead to my number 1 secret, so I won't give that away yet. But my blessing in that is that I learned from it. I learned that my heart, what I thought was in it, it was a marketing business, graphic design. I realized that I didn't want to just help others and do the work for them. It was a shift for me and learning that I like to teach people how to do it for themselves, which is what I'm doing now as a speaker and a transformational teacher. That's exactly what I do, right? Teach a man to fish versus, you know, and so, yeah, that's, so again,
I love that.
The greatest challenge is the biggest blessing today.
Yes, I love it. You know, something really interesting. We had different perspectives. We heard about money perspective. We heard about the positive feedback perspective. And then we're hearing about the heart perspective. See, that's what we do here. We collaborate, and you find that incredible speaker that resonates with you, and you give that person an email or a text, or you see them in their booth like Kevin has, which is absolutely wonderful. Karen, you got anything else you want to add to that?
No, just that's what I do today, you know, through courses and individual healings. And I'll throw out my website, which is just my name, KarenFullerton.com.
Give us your website.
It's my name, KarenFullerton.com.
Okay, could you spell it for us?
KarenFullerton.com. And I have some freebies, and my book is a download on there.
We're going to get to that. Again, it's Secrets of a Bankable Business. We're going to go to my friend Veronica Elizabeth Spiner. Give us that.
Spiner, yeah.
Spiner, yes.
Spiner, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes. Well, my biggest challenge, you know, I'm in travel. So I definitely have to mention about COVID. I cannot do this talk without mentioning that. And of course, with the new Delta variant. But one thing about the company that I'm with, Surge Wall Street LA, I call it pandemic proof. We could make money even during a pandemic because we got 2 sides, the travel side and we have the network marketing side. But my biggest challenge would be convincing people to use a travel membership to book your travel. I coined this, which I call Trevor Truth, because we know Trevor Utz. He has so many gems, so much golden nuggets. And whenever on Facebook, he come out saying something, I call it a Trevor Truth. And one of the things he said is that it's best to have a recurring membership and to get paid multiple times as opposed to get paid only one time, just one time. I believe having travel membership is going to be the future. People are going to be looking for travel companies that offer a travel membership. And our travel membership is lifetime. Okay, it's a lifetime. You can transfer down to your children. You can will it to your children. So the membership is going to be wonderful. You can use it whenever you want. you can like I coined the phrase which people in the travel industry was using: book now, travel later, especially during 2020. Okay, you book now and you travel in 2023, travel in 2020, 2024. Book now and travel later. So don't be afraid to get your travel membership. When it's time, when you feel comfortable to travel, that's when you can travel. And
did you give the website for that by chance?
Excuse me?
Did you give us the website for that?
Yes. Okay. I actually have two, but I give you the Surge Wall Street LA, SURGE, like Surge, and the Wall Street and the city in LA. So surgewallstreetla.com.
Gotta keep it moving. Let's go to Kevin. Come on in.
Yes.
Single biggest challenge, sir.
All right. So the biggest challenge, again, because of the nature of the work that I do, is people. Now, let me explain, because people have blind spots. People don't know what they don't know. And people have to be convinced to take the step forward in their personal and professional development. And I remind people all the time that, you know, we're surrounded by folks in the workplace with 5 different generations. People that sit next to you on your right and left grew up in different geographical regions of the country. We have different levels of work experience. We have different levels of educational experience, and we have different personalities and different behavioral styles and leadership styles, and we have different ways of handling conflict. We are very different in terms of who we are, and recognizing and acknowledging the personal and professional development that will just make us better sometimes become a challenge. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Once we're able to convince them that the strategies and principles that we share and the tools that they can add to their toolbox, once they see the benefits, then everybody walks away with a big smile. But in the beginning, it takes convincing. It takes some push, and we also combine different assessments in there as well, so that people now heighten the level of awareness of who they are as a person and as a leader, so that they are in a better position to help and lead others as well. So that's why I say people are the biggest challenge, but once they get it and they got it, then they're happy about it. And now we're on our way to making this world a much better place, because we have more leaders within our workplace, in our churches, and academic spaces, in our corporations, in our government, and in our nonprofit spaces. So that's what keeps me going and keeps me moving.
Kevin, seems like you take care of the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the financial side. I love it. Thanks for sharing your message, your process, your victory, success secrets with the world. Secrets of a bankable business, you guys. Again, the experts are here. Let's go to question number 3. Karen, what is your #1 secret to success? I'm coming in close so I can hear you. Give it to us.
My #1 secret to success is learning and understanding that absolutely everything is energy. Money is energy. The flow of the path to get there is all from energy. And I'm talking physics and, you know, laws of entrainment versus not just the spiritual aspect of energy. And learning through my business courses, not courses, but pathways of my past, and aligning them with the energy of what I do now, that they cross. And so it's more than positive thinking. Positive thinking is wonderful to get you moving, to get that inspiration and get you going. Everything is energy though. And what will happen is, and I asked the question, have you ever been inspired and have had it fade and then wonder what the heck you're doing? Did you choose the right business? Are you doing the right thing? What am I doing wrong? And, you know, I invite you to go into the energy portion of that through awareness and observation of emotions, because when you align your emotions with your thoughts, that's when the pathway's clear. It doesn't have to be hard. Success is not meant to be hard. It doesn't mean to work till you're overwhelmed, right? My challenge of the previous step. That's my biggest secret to opening up the pathways. I call it, I dubbed a name called inspiration. Taking inspiration.
Say it one more time. What's that word?
In spirit, IT, adding the inner transformation, IT, to inspiration, levels up inspiration to what I call inspiration. And it's a movement. It's a paradigm shift. It disrupts the way of thinking so that you have sustainable motivation.
Wow.
Sustainable motivation.
I love it. Man, if I could, I'd be sending out hearts to you guys. You guys are dropping bombs. You're delivering big time. I love it. That's why I call you guys the best panel ever. Next, come on in there. Veronica, Elizabeth, I want to know your secret. I got to get in close to you too. Come on.
All right. Well, the secrets to success, you can sum it up in one word: collaboration. I even call myself the collaboration queen, spelled with the Q. QOLLABORATION, queen, because God has given me the gift to be able to bring people together. It's all about partnership. I am with a wonderful Chamber of Commerce, not your average Chamber of Commerce, because we go above and beyond what is expected of an average Chamber of Commerce. And so I'm in partnership with them. Surge Wall Street LA is in partnership with the LA South Chamber of Commerce. And I love this partnership, and all about collaborating, all about helping each other, teamwork. My mentor, Coach Arlen Thompson, says teamwork makes the dream works. And I read the book, Dr. Claude Anderson book, Powernomics, talks about grouping like minds together, complementary businesses. What I mean by complementary businesses is that you have a service that I need, I have a service that you need, and we will work together. I like to call this win-win relationship, win-win solutions. And therefore, by us helping each other, we will maintain and sustain into prosperity, which will lead into wealth, generational wealth. We need generational wealth.
I'm getting excited. Keep it going.
Collaborate, and because we need to disrupt. This Success Fest is all about disrupting and changing the paradigm of this idea of individualism in America. Being an individual is great, but you can be a better individual when you're with a collective group of people. All right. And so and MLM, the multi-level marketing business model, is the best way to do it. You have the best of both worlds. You are an individual within a collective whole group of people. Okay, so you can make money by yourself.
I'm dropping the mic. I'm dropping the mic. Again, secrets of a bankable business. Yeah. Come on in, Kevin. Come on in. I need your secret also. I'll take it.
All right. So for me, Terry, and everybody, the number one thing for me in terms of the business that I have is daily business development. And for me, it's walking in lockstep with one of my senior mentors' best advice, and that is network like heck. I am constantly working with people, working around people, on behalf of people within my sphere of influence that I know and that I don't know, constantly working on business development. How can I grow my business 10% this year? 10% next year, 25% the following year. I'm already thinking 5 years in advance. And joining the local chamber and other professional organizations with like-minded men and women who have the same passion and the same mission and vision and core values that we carry forth for our customers and for our stakeholders as well, and being available as a resource for the upstart entrepreneurs who look to us to reach back and give them a hand. So business development by far, no less than 90 minutes every day, Monday through Friday, of course, and network like heck. Just always letting people know how I can help, how I want to help. Here are the benefits, helping them get to their desired outcome, talking about the benefits, who wins, what's in it for them. All of that is packaged in terms of my networking and in terms of my business development each and every day. Because see, my goal, Terry, is a minimum of 10% growth every year. That a minimum. Even during the pandemic, the nature of the work that we do, we just pivoted to virtual. I got some certifications and kept going forward. So that's my number one.
I'm excited for you, Kevin. I'm excited to be supporting every one of you, highlighting you in your best light. And again, if you're a viewer, they're sharing golden nuggets. Reach out to them. Reach out to them. All right. Again, I want my panel to clap it up for themselves so far. We're halfway through. Come on, panel, clap it up. Bring the energy. Bring the energy. Bring the energy. All right. Question number 4. Karen, have you ever been knocked down in business? What's the secret to your success?
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
in business and in life. But my first marketing consulting business, I mentioned before, where I kind of fell out of alignment. And when I fell out of alignment, it wasn't fun anymore. And that showed up with the clientele, even though I was doing all of the, blueprint things for success. And I stepped away from it. I also moved out of state. So I closed my business down, had to go and take care of my mom, who was in stage 4 lung cancer. And at the same time, I declared bankruptcy. So yeah, I was knocked down pretty hard. And especially then the beliefs, right? It's like, here I am. I'm a 4.0 MBA student. I've done everything right. Now I'm a recovering perfectionist, but we get on this hamster wheel of, I should be this, I should be this. And, getting knocked down, what motivated me to get up is that, again, that feeling within, there's more to this. Learn from the mistakes, I don't even call them mistakes, right? But learn from the process, move through them, because life really happens for us, not to us. And, that's another philosophy to change the way you look at things in order to move yourself forward. So yes, I've been knocked down. I've gotten back up, and, life happens for you in a spiral, not a circle, right? You grow, you go on that path, you go around, come full spiral, you learn from the past and reflection, you move and you continue to grow and you move outward, right? And everything goes along with it. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's funny. The referee was counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're looking at him like Rocky. It's like, no, there's more to me. There's more fight.
Yeah, keep the determination. Keep your determination, but lose your struggle. Yep. It doesn't have to be a struggle. Keep that determination.
You got back up and you're a winner. Thank you again. Secrets of a Bankable Business. I love it. Veronica, come on. Bring it.
Yes, I've been knocked down, of course. With the industry that I'm in, with network marketing, the MLM thing. But speaking of the spiral, the vortex, that's the name of my free trip, which is called for a booking engine, which I'm gonna give at the end. But yes, I'm all about reversing the negative rap that MLM people, businesses get. That's what I'm all about. They say, oh, not a real business and all that and everything, and the pyramid scheme. Okay, how about calling it the Ponzi scheme, please? Okay, I don't like using the word pyramid with something bad, illegal, dishonest, because the wonderful pyramids that were made by our ancient Egyptian ancestors are magnificent. And I don't like the word scheme to be used part of that. Let's use the word pyramid, which our businesses are, which our jobs are, to define good, honest, money-making network marketing companies. Okay, I don't mind using that for that, but something illegal, if they're out there, Ponzi schemes are illegal, they're out there, but stay away from them. But so let's call them Ponzi scheme, and let's use pyramid to represent our wonderful company. So I've been knocked down. I lost my house. I'm working the business. My mother, my spiritual mother, put my name on the deed, and I lost it. And she was in the business too. She's passed now. Okay, so I'm all about getting my house back. Once we do Successfest and become successful, I'm gonna go and get that house back. I've been knocked down, yes. And then they also say too about our business. Oh, we're all about getting just the women, the stay-at-home moms. I want some men in my business. I want me some male travel agents.
You're an equal opportunity wealth builder, men and women. Come on, go ahead.
That's right.
I'm all for it. Keep it going. You're doing great.
Oh yes. Well, okay. Oh yes. Another thing we're gonna stop. The myth. This whole thing, Successfest, is all about changing, disrupting.
I'm gonna have to have you come back to it. I got to move on. We're
gonna break the myth about everybody.
Business. You got to give me the mic, Elizabeth.
All right. Okay.
I lost 2 houses to foreclosure, so I got to be, and then I was able to come back. Kevin, come on, bring it.
That's right.
Bring it.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, because of my background, 34 years with the federal government as a frontline, mid-level and senior level leader who just retired 3.5 years ago. I'm a new business owner. I just started my business 3.5 years ago. So I have not been knocked down, but I do have to navigate through that proverbial word, no. And I've been reminded that no is a full sentence. And so how I navigate through that and don't be discouraged is I just continue to press forward and seek the understanding of the why I received a no from that particular customer, that particular organization. It's part of my own professional and personal development and growth. Once I understand the why I was told no, I can go back and repackage. I can go back and add clarity. I can go back and add understanding, maybe talk to a different key decision maker within that organization to find out the root of what the issue might be and what they may need and how I can serve and provide value to their organization. So I've taken the no, although I haven't really fell down on my face, as an opportunity to say, we can do this better. We can provide a better service. We can step up the plate and make sure that we help you with your desired outcomes that align with your mission, vision, and core values. So from that perspective, that's what the Johnson Leadership Group brings to the table. And again, we'll be having more conversation about that at our booth, because we'll be getting into some of the other strategies and principles that we use to grow the business, win contracts, help people, help teams, help organizations grow.
Tell me about the booth, Kevin. Tell me about the booth, please. Tell me about the booth, real quick.
Oh, yeah. So the Johnson Leadership Group will have a booth at SuccessFest 21, and we'll have a conversation that will be around.
And I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Okay. I'm going to come back to you on that. All right. We're into the last question, you guys. Last question. Come on, dig deep. Let's give it to Karen. What was the motivation for you to rise and try again instead of quitting? Or if you've already answered that question, what's been your biggest takeaway and what excites you most about life? What excites you most about life?
Well, just to restate, the motivation is, that inner sense of the inner calling, right? Following the heart, listening to the body, listening to there's something more, right? Listening to when I'm, not motivated anymore, to look at that as a tool to move up and onto the next greatest and biggest endeavor that aligns with me. The greatest takeaway just from my pathway is again, that life happens for us and not to us, and to look and to change the philosophy, because honestly, success and money it doesn't come from just simply the desire or even the heart. It comes from our past. It comes from the emotional tugging of the without getting technical here, but it's our nervous system. And so just to learn to work with energy, because energy and business aren't separate. They are very, very much in alignment. Mm-hmm.
So you're saying with no energy, there is no next level. You have to bring the energy on both sides.
Yeah, well, people don't understand. So for example, you do all these things, you do all these efforts, and you follow these different blueprints of what calls to you for success or networking. And maybe you do it because you think you have to, and then, there's crickets. Well, people don't realize that it could not be the efforts, right? Mm-hmm. It works for other people. That's why you've, signed up for it. You have to align that with your own energy system. Maybe as a kid, your mom was chastised for spending too much money. So somewhere there's a limiting belief about money, and that energy is louder than words. And once you realize that, it'll open and flow.
Do you have a book you want to tell us about? Is there something that ties into that?
Actually, with that, I teach you. Everyone wants to be emotionally resilient, but they don't know how. I gotta
come back to you. Sorry about that. I am so sorry to cut you off. You're giving so much energy. All right, Veronica, come on. I asked about 3 questions. Motivation to rise again. What's your best takeaway, and what excites you the most about life? Come on.
Winners never quit, and quitters never win. And I am so glad that I did this Success Fest, and I got up again. That's going to motivate me. And because I choose purpose over fear.
Purpose over fear. I love it. Give it to me again. I like that. Come back to that, please. What's those words?
I choose purpose over fear.
Drive it home. Drive it home. Come on. Say it again.
I choose purpose over fear.
Purpose over fear.
And I win every
single time. I'm with you. Keep it going.
Yes. And I'm motivated because I feel that God has given me I call it a God-given vision, which a lot of people have. And I was born to do this. And Dr. George C. Frazier says, if there's an assignment that God gave to you and you don't do it, that assignment will not get done. And that is the reason why I am here.
Could you repeat that again? I'm sorry, Ron. Could you repeat that again? It's just tugging at my heart to say it again. Somebody's listening for that word.
Dr. George C. Frazier, that one?
Yes.
Dr. George C. Frazier said, there's an assignment that God has given to everyone. And if you do not do it, that particular assignment that was assigned to you, that specifically for you, will not get done. That's the reason why I am here with Success Fest, to help me get what God has given to me to give to the world.
Keep going, keep going.
To be able to give it, to be able to get it, because it's going to help save our community, the underserved, those who are struggling, the homeless, strung out on drugs. And I am with the wonderful chamber that can help us get happen, and also with Trevor and Success Fest.
I'm sorry to stop you. I am, but I got to move to Kevin because he's raring to go. He's like, I can see him. Call him, Terry, call me. Go ahead, Kevin.
You know, I love what both Karen and Veronica have been articulating this entire time, and it is truly a blessing to be on the panel with them both as professional women making a difference in the world. And they both remind me of something that I learned a long time ago, and that's this: it is always better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than it is to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And in essence, that's why leaders are learners. And you know, my motivation to rise and try again instead of quitting is because we are all leaders. That it doesn't have anything to do with a position or a title. And therefore, we should be learners. We're always learning. We're always looking at opportunities to get out of the sandbox. We're looking for opportunities to expand our horizon, to deepen our acumen and our intelligence, and to touch more people, not just here in the United States, but across the entire globe. And these two panelists and others, since I got connected to this wonderful group of individuals across the entire nation, they teach me that all the time, because I have had opportunities presented to me and I wasn't prepared. And I've had opportunities presented to me and I was prepared. And the latter is much better. And so leaders are learners. And I believe that if we walk away with that mentality, with that attitude, with that desire, using our free will, not only will we be better men and women, but everybody within our sphere of influence would be better because they came in contact with us. And then we teach one who will then reach one, and it replicates and it reproduces. And that's what it's all about. So that's
Kevin,
why
you're a gentleman and a scholar and a wise man. You gave credit to our two amazing females. You're a smart man. I bet you've been married a long time too.
28 years, my brother. 28
I
years.
do it. All right. Hey, guess what, you guys? I want you to clap it up one more time. We're going to hit the final lap. Come on, final lap. Come on, Karen. Come on now. Come on. Let's give it to them. All right. My last question. You got 1 minute. My last question. You got 1 minute. My last question. You got 1 minute. What would you like to give the audience? Words of wisdom or a free gift? Karen?
Yes. So I have a couple of different things that I would love to share with the audience today. I wrote a book called Sergey's Eyes, Reflections of Soul Lessons. That was 5 years ago. It's not a teaching tool or anything. It's personal stories of emotional challenges and the triumphs of my founding and starting this foundation. Hopefully to be an inspiration and to help you connect with your own emotions and realize that, you know, trauma can be small. It doesn't have to be this big monumental thing in your life that can affect you. That is for free if you text the words, all one, Success Fest, right? SUCCESSFEST, to this text-based number. It's not my cell phone. It's 833-481-0718. And then also I have other goodies on my website, which is KarenFullerton.com.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, we're having so much fun. I hate to stop it. Come on, Veronica, deliver that package for them. Make them impact in their lives.
Oh, I love the free gift. It's called the Vortex, and it's your private, personalized booking engine by which you can save up to 90% up to 90% of the time. When you go to your internet, you can save more than our competitors. Up to 90% of the time, you will have savings. Yes, and it's free. You go to I'mLovingItTravel.com. It's free to register. I'mLovingItTravel.com with the 2 T's. All we need is your name and your email. That's all we need. And to register, and you have your own password, so only you can access it 24/7, 365. And with that Vortex, whatever savings you do, Surge Wall Street LA, because I am a Vortex owner, I'm an owner of the Vortex. When I distribute to you for free, your savings, I will earn 60%.
All right, I got to move it on. Thank you. Kevin, wrap it up for us. Bring it on. Wrap it up.
And I just feel that my job as a part of this wonderful organization and this great conference is just to be an encourager, just to encourage everybody that you can tap into your potential and you can get it done. If I did it, you can do it. I was born in Richmond, Virginia, to a U.S. Marine, and I was well into my mid-20s before I didn't have a clue about what life was all about and what my purpose was. But once I found out, I became encouraged and made it happen. So on my website, www.thejohnsonleadershipgroup.com, I'm offering complimentary 15-minute executive coaching sessions. So thejohnsonleadershipgroup.com, so we can have a conversation about it. My job as an executive coach is to tap into your potential to help you to realize that dream, goal, and aspiration that's in your heart.
All right, it is time. Secrets of a Bankable Business. And I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to share this opportunity to be a part of this think tank with Clara and Raj. So let's get the party started. First question, and we're going to start with Clara. When it comes to your business, Clara, what's the single biggest accomplishment that you've had? Could you share that with the viewers?
Absolutely. And, I know you want me to say one, but I'm going to give you 2. So the first accomplishment is taking the leap of faith to become an entrepreneur. It's really scary to leave the comfort and security of what we call a real job, where you have the salary and the benefits and all of those. So I think the first accomplishment is just, having the faith and taking the leap to go and do that. And then I would say the accomplishments that I have seen along the way come in the messages and come in the feedback that I get from my clients. It's great to be results oriented. I just choose to look for the results to be the feedback from my clients, because one of the things that I really work for, now I'm the strategist for the Smart Woman. So I work with a lot of small business owners who are females. And a lot of what we work on with them is sort of finding that harmony between work-life balance. Yes. So even though I do want them to make more money, because hey, who doesn't like to make more money? That's kind of fun. But what I really love, what I really love is when they tell me stories of, how they were being there for their family or their significant other, how they were able to go on vacation and truly go on vacation. Right. And I think that that's what we have to do. And so when I look at my clients, at my students, and I see that they are stepping into that greatness, that they are holding true to their boundaries and not just gaining traction in their professional lives, but also gaining traction in their personal lives, that's how I know that I've made a difference. And that's how I know that I am accomplishing what I set out to accomplish.
That is so wonderful. Reminds me of my daughter. I used to take her to her basketball games, and I was like one of the only fathers up there. I'd buy them Gatorade, because I had the financial freedom. It gave me the time freedom. I love the balance, Raj, you got anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, for me, our success is really seeing our clients progressing. And what I mean by that is to interconnect our clients' life, their business, and their sports or hobbies instead of being in silos. And when we can do that and they're living, achieving their dreams and personal clear goals, then we have what I call happiness, more than happiness. We don't have this anymore. We actually have this, which is congruence, synergy, coherence, and they're not living in silos and they're not like a puppet going up and down. Do I do this? Do I do this? Everything seamlessly flows together like this. And so that is just an amazing, amazing way to see my clients. And then what I'm challenged with, like most business owners or all business owners and entrepreneurs, is that to be able to continue adding value to them so that within the budget constraints that they have, I'm able to help them with their time, their emotion, their energy, their resources, their financial situation towards living and achieving their dreams and clear personal goals. Because with that, I'm able to sustainably grow them. However, without that, and let's say they don't have a budget and I've been there and they don't have the resources because they're allocated to something else, then what I can do is tell them to go onto my website. There's a bunch of free resources.
Give me the website real quick. Give me the website.
InspireAndMotivateYourResults.com.
One more time.
If you want to InspireAndMotivateYourResults.com.
Clara, you got a website?
I do. It's just claracapano.com. So it's my name, CLARACAP as in Peter, ANO.com.
I apologize, Raj, for jumping in and disrupting you. I wanted to say I love your hand motions and your signals. You get me locked in with those hands. I love it. Claire, let's go to question number 2. When it comes to your business, what's been the single biggest challenge that you've been struggling with? The big struggle, being in the struggle.
All right, Raj, I'm going to let you go first this time.
All right, my fault. Raj, pass the ball to you.
Actually, it's a continuation. And this is always a challenge, is meeting my clients where they're at and for them to have enough, build that relationship with them. So in my first assessment, it's usually an assessment about living, achieving their dreams and clear personal goals. And Terry, the challenge there is a lot of them say, well, I'm not really living my dreams. I have a good job and I pay the bills and I have a family, but it's not really a dream. And I'm definitely not like this. I definitely live in silos. And so we work on getting all of that out. And so during that first session, that's essential that I'm able to connect with them and to build that atmosphere, environment, and culture to where they can actually talk to me and know that I'm there with them the whole way through. And that's essential and that's important. And in fact, for anyone on this call, if you have some kind of budget, it doesn't have to be a big budget, but just some kind of budget.
Yeah.
All you got to do, the first 5 people, is contact me at 864-569-2315. And
give it to them again. Give it to them again. I love it twice and 3 times.
864-569-2315. I will deliver you the first session at no charge as long as you have some kind of budget. And the reason is because after I deliver the session, you will customize a package with my help and we'll go forward. Now, if you don't have a budget, and again, I empathize because I've been there, or your resources or your financial commitments are greater currently. If you're in that situation, then just jump over, hop onto my website, InspireAndMotivateYourResults.com.
All right, gotta keep it moving. Clara, bring it. Thanks, Raj.
Yeah, well, I believe that our greatest strengths are also our greatest weaknesses or challenges. And so one of the things is I love to help people. I just want to be able to just, help everybody possible. And what I've learned is I need to stay in my lane, because even though I have tools that can help everyone, again, my niche is the working woman. And when I really go deep in that area, I can give all my focus and all of my attention and be really great in that small niche. And I can deliver at such a higher level. So wow. I think that's been one of the challenges is knowing when to say yes and knowing when to say no, because, it's so hard. You worry about losing clients, you worry about losing business, and you have to really start to shift your mindset into a more of an abundance mindset. And when I know that I am serving the right people at the highest level possible, there is so much abundance there. So I think that's just, one of those. And then, as with most people, I think our greatest challenge is always ourselves. And it's usually what's in between our two ears that, sabotage us and hold us back. So I just think always remembering that our greatness lies within us, and that even though we may have setbacks in life, one of the things that I always learn to say is that our setbacks are just the setup for greatness. Yep. So don't be afraid if you falter. Don't be afraid if you fall down. Just take those as learning experiences so that you can always go forward and adapt them to your greatness.
How long have you been in business, Clara? Because I hear the expertise. How long?
Yeah, a long time. I started my business in 1993, but then have really tapered it into sort of my niche, over probably the last 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years. Raj, how about yourself?
Since 2001.
All right, excellent. That's when I started teaching, 2001 also. This is amazing. Great information, both of you. I appreciate it. Okay, it's Clara's turn. Your number one secret to success in business. And I always get closer on this because I'm always trying to learn. Number one secret.
Give it to me. You got to lean on in because this is a big one.
All I see is my bald head, though.
The truth that people have to understand is whatever it is that we do as far as our industry, that is our industry. But what we need to understand is that we are the CEO of our business and our life. So whether you're in real estate, insurance, selling tires, whatever it is, you need to be the CEO of your business, your department, whatever it is that you do. So for me, my secret weapon, every week before my week starts, as the CEO of my company, I have a strategy planning meeting. So on Sunday evenings, I sit down for about 30 to 45 minutes and I do three things. The first thing I do is I reflect on the prior week. Who did I connect with? What wins did I have? What challenges, what obstacles? Just looking at and reflecting on the prior week. Because if I really need to make changes, I want to again see if anything didn't work so I can pivot and adapt going forward. The second thing that I do is I game plan my targets. What do I really need to focus on this upcoming week? Who do I need to reach out to and follow up with? What projects do I need to work on? So I get my targets and know where my focus needs to go. And then the third thing that I do is I put my schedule together. I love schedules because they bring us freedom. The things that get scheduled get done. And when you have the things carved out, again, you know where your focus needs to go. And that's when you can start really running your business like a business. Now, don't get me wrong, life happens. You can change your schedule. If something comes up and you need to alter it, you can do that. You just need to learn that you only change your schedule if it's a health or a family issue, first and foremost, or if it makes good business sense. So you got to have these checks and balances. But when I can take that 30 to 45 minutes ahead of schedule and really go into my week as a CEO, I can shave off about 3 hours.
Clara, I hate to interrupt you, but we got to keep it moving. Be the CEO. I love that. Raj, jump on in there. Give me that secret. Here I come with my ears.
Yeah, my secret is this, is that just like Clara said, just like you said, and we're always learning this. And this is the business I'm in. I'm an expert that speaks professionally. I'm a mental skills trainer, coach, author, right? Consultant. And so attending events like SuccessFest, going to different type of events where there are speakers, keynote speakers, breakout speakers, plenary speakers, or some kind of training or education that I'm interested in. And obviously, the better it is, the better type of event or more specific it is towards your situation, the better. However, what I feel that missing from a lot of people is they have the technical knowledge, they have the research, they even have the marketing and everything. But what they realize is that what's going to separate them, and what separates them are events like this where they come and they're finding ways to feed their inspiration and feed their motivation. And we've got to feed our inspiration and motivation every day. If you want negativity, turn on the news. That's programming your mind daily. if you would reverse that and jump on my website or listen to somebody inspiring and motivating or read something inspirational, motivational, that would do wonders for your mind.
Come on, Raj.
Come on,
Raj. Keep it going. I hear you. That's beautiful.
So that's why I attend these events, not only because I would love to be a little part of them going forward, but I also want to listen to other people so that I can listen and hear what they say to take that and apply that towards my situation.
Thank you, Raj. That was incredible. Boy, you and Claire are dropping golden nuggets, exactly what they need to have the secrets to having a bankable business. Raj, I'm going to stay right with you since you're so hot. You've been knocked down, Raj. Everybody gets knocked down. Tell us, what is it that knocked you down? Did you think you were finished, Raj?
I didn't think I was finished, but like Clara said, I had tremendous adversity, whether that adversity has been health, personal health and wellness, whether it's been my mom recovering from a stroke. These are all things that we would love to prevent. And I'm learning more and more about preventing them, because obviously when people come to see me, it's not just about their situation and how to succeed. If they have a personal health and wellness situation, which everybody does, it just depends on what level. I'm able to help that because I help them with human performance / life development and breakthroughs interconnected with their life, business, and sports. And if they don't like sports, then they can insert their hobbies. So that's essential that I approach them as a person, create that human connection, that personal human connection, and not look at them as a transaction or someone that I can see me working with for short term, but then not see them progress. And what I love more than anything is just seeing in the future. It's sort of like a teacher in school. One of your teachers, they might, help you out through several grades, and then all of a sudden you're on your own and you're going somewhere else with some other people. But then you sort of circle back and they look and they say, "Wow, that child, that kid is now this," and that's just such a gratifying feeling for me. I love it.
All right, I'm going to jump on over to Claire real quick because I want to try to come back with you and go back to Claire again on the same subject. Let's see how we roll. Go ahead, Claire. All right.
Well, earlier I mentioned the setbacks are just the setups, and it's exactly that. As entrepreneurs, chasing after success, you're going to fail. You're going to get knocked down. But I have never once felt that it was over, because that's my choice. There is no failure in trying. It's just in the not trying. So I think we need to start embracing failures. And even though you may falter, you may have to close your business and start a new business. That doesn't mean you are over. And you need to make sure that you are pivoting and adapting. I think the best example that we've all faced in the last year was the pandemic. I'm a speaker. I'm on the road. The pandemic hit. All of that went away. It didn't mean that I was over as a speaker. It didn't mean that my business was worthless and I was done. I just had to adapt and pivot. And that is exactly what all of us need to do. So when you get knocked down, just be like, all right, got knocked down. Now what? It's never over unless you choose for it to be over. And that could mean going into a different industry. It could mean moving to a different location. It could mean starting a new business. But you will never be over until you decide it's over.
That's wonderful, man. I am loving what you guys are bringing today. I'm so into it and learning things about each one of you. I'm going to shoot over to our last question, and then I'm going to come back and try to get a final round in. All right, I think it's Clara's turn. What was it when you were down that got you to rise again instead of quitting? Or what's been your biggest takeaway, or what excites you the most about Clara's Capano's life? What's exciting?
Oh my gosh, I just love it. I love what I do. And I would say, the motivation for me came in that I wanted to have control over my own destiny. And even though I've had great jobs in the past, when you work for someone else, you still have to work under their rules. And as an entrepreneur, I get to make the rules. And even though there are challenges with that as well, it excites me to be able to get up and write my own story. Yes. And then coming full circle with, looking at the results that our clients make. I mean, it feeds my heart so much when someone calls me or sends me a note saying, I did what you told me and it worked. So I think those are great things. And then at the end of it all, I have to say my biggest motivation is my son, and he's the one that really taught me what it's all about, because there was a time where I was on the hamster wheel. And like many people, was just working and working and doing the hustle that we have to do. Yep. And one night when he was about 3.5 years old, I was on the phone and he came over to show me a picture that he had drawn. And he was so excited to show me this picture. And I just responded to him and sort of brushed him off. Oh, mommy will look at that later, honey. Just mom, let me finish my call. And he took the phone out of my hand and said, Mommy, you're not paying attention to me.
Wow.
And we've all had those moments, whether it was with a kid, a significant other, whoever it may be. He taught me that, yes, you can be successful, but you also have to be present. And so he really motivates me every day to make sure that I'm really redefining success in the right way. So to just round this question off, what motivates me? It comes down to 3 things. At the end of every day, I ask myself, did I show love today? Did I inspire today? And did I contribute positively to the world today? Because that's my compass and that's my motivation. And if I can say yes to those 3 things.
I got to keep it going. I wish I could get all 3. And Raj, come on, take us home, buddy. Take us down that road.
Yeah, I love this question because like Claire, do what you love. We've heard all of that. Do your best, all of that. And for me, it's just really this simple. And I'm always gaining clarity in this. I don't think that we ever stop gaining clarity in this. And what I'll say today will evolve, and I'll say the same thing, but it will have more deeper meaning to me. It will have more resonance to me. And that is to do well and treat people well.
Yes.
And by doing that, what happens is that more of the best people come into our life. And I know we're here about Success Fest here. So this is how I'll wrap it up, since this is the final question. To create and experience success, show them how to succeed by living your dreams and clear goals. Live achieving your dreams and clear goals.
Wow.
And by doing so, more of the best people come into your life.
That is incredible. Keep it going. Keep it going.
I just think, I think Raj is really onto something. It's, when you show up as your authentic self, it motivates others to step into their light and to show up as their authentic self. And it just gets that domino effect of greatness going. And so I think one of the things that, we need to understand is we have to follow our path. We have to follow what's truth to us, because you never know who needs to hear your message. So thanks, Raj, for sharing that.
Thank both of you for being such great participants and great thinkers. And I'm so excited that you guys are here on this panel. Secrets of a Bankable Business.
Hi, my name is Karen Fullerton, and I'm a transformational teacher. And so it's my passion to disrupt ways of thinking, to invite you to look at a new paradigm of how energy works to fuel the outcomes of your success. We're so used to thinking that, that positive thinking is the way. Positive thinking, keep the thoughts up and keep up the work and the hard work, and your success will align. I'm here to disrupt that. It has purpose, don't get me wrong. It has the energy that you need to take steps forward. But when you start beating your head against a brick wall or don't see the results that you're looking for, that should be your clue, because what really rules our beliefs is our emotions. And our emotions are part of our subconscious, our nervous system that comes from our past and our hurts and our traumas. So I'm not saying that we need to relive them or even go to therapy, but I'm teaching a way to use them to align your thoughts with the energy within the body so that the path forward comes with ease and grace. So keep your determination, but you can transform the struggle, because success is not meant to be difficult.
Hi, my name is Veronica Elizabeth Speichner. First of all, register for your free gift called The Vortex. Go to I'mLovingItTravel.com. That is www.I'mLovingItTravel.com. To find out more about the Vortex and Hope Helping Hope, it's going to be in our destination guide coming soon. My biggest accomplishment is choosing the #1 industry, travel, and the best travel company, Surge 365. The secret to success is collaboration. but with the right people, such as the Not Your Average LA South Chamber of Commerce. MLMs get knocked down all the time with myths such as, oh, they only prey on women and stay-at-home moms. Not so with Surge Wall Street LA. We want and need our men to lead. My motivation is choosing purpose over fear so that our community will win. Thank you for listening and thank you for your support.
To Successfest. My name is Raj Gavrola, and my disruptive idea for Success Fest 2021 is this: to increase your engagement and retention. Create and experience success by showing them how to succeed, living, achieving your dreams and personal clear goals. By doing so, more of the best people come into your life.
Hello, Success Fest 21 attendees. This is Kevin Wayne Johnson. I am the founder and chief executive officer of the Johnson Leadership Group. Here is my disruptive message that you will hear, receive, and acknowledge during Success Fest 21. I will be sharing multiple strategies, principles, tips, tools, and nuggets for you to take back into your place of employment and be a difference maker as a leader. I'm going to encourage you and inspire you and motivate you to tap into that potential to be the best that you can be when it comes to leading people, taking care of projects, coming up with initiatives, advancing your team, and advancing your organization forward. Again, Kevin Wayne Johnson, the Johnson Leadership Group. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Hello, Success Festers. This is Clara Capano, your strategist for being the smart woman. I hope you had so much fun on our panel about building a bankable business. I know I took away so many ideas. Love the idea of the power of networking and collaboration, the idea that setbacks are often just the setup for success, and just truly believing in yourself. You know, we have to learn from others. Success is out there for each and every one of us. And when we come together and learn from each other, that is how we all grow and how we all win. So thank you for being a part of it. And please know you can follow me and connect with me. You can reach me on my website, which is just www.claracapano.com. And my email is clara@claracapano.com. And don't forget, you can get my free ebook, The Art of Saying No, right on my website. Take care.
Your family. Have you ever been so sorry for something, but you just didn't know how to correct it or come back from it? So now, even when you're thinking you're your best self, you hesitate, you pause, you procrastinate. To eliminate procrastination, to eliminate that spirit of fear, because God didn't give it to you. He gave us a spirit of power. Let us help you find that power and step into your greatness. I'm Dr. Evelyn, and this is History in the Making Coaching Network. We can be found on our website at historyinthemakingcoachingnetwork.com.
Don't know how to get unstuck? OMG, do you have all the titles, all the books, all the leadership books, all the latest books, and you still are stuck? Do you not know where you fit in, don't know how to show up in the world, but you know in the inside of you, you got it, but you don't know how to show it? Do you need a transformation? I was that chick, I was that lady, I was that woman, I was that queen, and I didn't know how to do it. I needed transformation and fusion. That's why I created 1 million lives transformed.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in today. So today we want to talk about walking in identity to understand purpose, to influence, dominate, and impact industry. Identity is who you are, who you're created to be, who you are in your existence. And it just doesn't have to do with what you do, what you accomplish, what you achieve, but identity is actually being you, being the person that understands their power, understands their authority, understands what it is that they need to be doing to impact, influence, take over, multiply, increase, and subdue. A lot of people try to maneuver and operate without identity. It's impossible. Your identity is your key to your success, and your success is centered around your achievements, your accomplishments, your power to dominate. But it's also dealing with your drive and your initiative to understand who you are. A lot of people go through life and they don't understand who they are, and they really never sit down and really evaluate who they're really supposed to be, who they are, not just from man's aspect and man's opinion, but also from God's opinion, and who God actually created them to be in the earth. So when we look at identity, identity starts with the perception of the mind. What is perception? Perception is the point of view. Perception is what you believe, what you see yourself to be from the mindset. The mindset is your place of operation. It's your place of knowledge. It's your place of understanding. It's your place of wisdom and comprehension. Whenever a person doesn't comprehend who they are in totality, there becomes confusion. Confusion and mixed identity, or it could be false identity. So a lot of times we see a lot of people walking around, but they're actually walking around in false identity. A lot of people take on other people's identities, and sometimes we think it's their success, but it's actually the success of others. In this time, we want to make sure that we're walking in full identity of ourselves and not identity of other people, because you can only last in other people's identity for so long until you have nothing else to fall back on. But when you're walking in your true identity, you're consistently growing, you're consistently achieving, but you're actually walking in the real you. So now let's go to purpose. The reason for which something is created or exists. We have a lot of things that exist in the world today. We have a lot of things that are created to make sure that we get what we need, like food. Food is created to make sure that we are nourished, that we grow, that we have protein, all that kind of stuff is in the food to make sure that we have something to live off of. Food is our living, what's the word I want to use? Is our resource to life. I'll say that. Our job, your job is a necessity to have money, to pay your bills, to live, to achieve what you want financially. That's what a job is created for. Your car is to get from point A to point B. Your house is so that you can have shelter and have somewhere to live and lay your head. Now, your purpose. What is your purpose? How do you identify your purpose? It all stems back to identity. Sometimes we have to sit and we have to evaluate what it is that we are good at. Because a lot of us, we have a lot of gifts, we have a lot of talents, but what is it that is our dominant? What do we do best? What do we do best? And when we understand what we do best, we understand where our success is. Because your success comes from the power to achieve your purpose. So when I locate what it is that I do best, and what I'm good at, then I can understand, okay, what is my target? Who are the people that I'm supposed to be connected to? Who am I supposed to be using this gifting for? What am I supposed to be using this gifting for? What is this gifting supposed to be doing, not just for me, but for other people? And when you understand that, there's power in that, because when you understand who you're supposed to be using your gifting for, where you're supposed to be using it at, then there's power to operate. And then when you have power to operate, then you have power to be successful. So let's look at dominate. Have a commanding influence on, exercise control over. So when we understand identity, when we understand purpose, now we're able to dominate completely. We're able to have control, not just over ourselves, but over the entity or the sphere of grace that God has given us to actually have influence in. So say, for instance, your gifting is concerning the music industry, or your gifting is concerning the government, or your gifting is to impact nations and to change nations, or change education, or change the government in that nation, or to have a power to sit in a seat of authority and be influential and be impactful in your gifting. Now that you have dominance, you have control. Well, what is control? Control means that I have the power to multiply. I have the power to increase. I have the power to bring in harvest. I have the power to multiply in that area that I have been called to use my gifting. And so when we look at that and we look at influence, what is influence? Influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something, or the effect of itself. So in all of this that we're talking about today, walking in identity to understand purpose, to influence, dominate, and impact industries, government, nations, we see that identity is a very important factor in a person's life. Purpose is a very important factor. Those are the main things that you have to have in order to live life, in order to achieve greatness, in order to be great, in order to be a successful person. You have to have identity. You have to have your purpose, and you have to understand who you are. So in my understanding that I am not just here just to be here, I'm here to be someone, and I'm not just here to be someone for myself, but also to other people. And when I understand that, then I'm powerful. I have authority, and the sky's the limit. I can do anything that I want to do. I can achieve whatever I want to achieve, however I want to achieve it, when I have my identity, when I have my purpose. When you know who you are, nobody can stop you. Nobody can degrade you. Nobody can sway you to the left or to the right. Nobody can detour you from your goal and achieving that goal. So understand this. When we walk in identity and we walk in purpose, we have the power to influence. We have the power to dominate and the power to impact. There's nothing that you cannot do without identity. So thank you all for listening today. I hope this helped you in a way that you will want to find more about yourself and how to actually achieve your identity and actually achieve your purpose while you're here on earth and actually be successful at it. So.
Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to sit in this space, to stay with you, to look at you, to encourage you. Thank you. You know why I'm here? Yes, I'm here for you and only you, because I survived for this day. I survived just for you to hear that you are enough. I survived just for you to understand that you are strong enough, that you are wise enough, that you are all enough for where you are just now. When people look at me, they see an established IRS enrolled agent who settled over 300,000 client tax debts through every year. They see a coach who transforms young adults and adults from obscurity, low self-esteem, while they stand in their purpose and do exactly what they were designed to do. You see a pastor's daughter who will raise her hand and sing and wow the crowd. But I know you know something about pastor's daughter. Guess what? They're good for nothing. They never amount to anything. But I beg to differ. This is a different one you're looking at. This is a survivor of everything that you hear about them, because I am here on purpose just for you. But it wasn't always like this. Surviving the sores while I was going through school, putrefying sores that I could not hide because you have to see my mouth when I speak. And what they call me? Sore eye. Every time I hear that, it hurts to the core. Then the teacher, because I was slow. You know what they call slow? Dyslexic. It took me 3 times to do one thing that others who were fast, who were on the run. I sat there and I slowly do what I have to do. It is so amazing when your teacher, one of my favorite teacher, look at me, Miriam, academia is not for you. You should learn a trade, because there is nothing here that you would actually be able to do. That hurt even more, because the people you look up to are the ones who throw you down. Have you ever been in a situation where persons who you're looking to for guidance, the very friends that you're looking to standing with you, your family members who you're looking for comfort and sustenance, and they're not there for you? We have a tendency to believe that everything that we need lies in the other person. But I came here to tell you, it is in you. My source, God, reminds me, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And the same thing goes for you, because the mold that I was created from, it was destroyed immediately after I was formed. And I know that's the same for you, because you have your fingerprint and I have mine. Isn't that wonderful? What that is telling me, you are here on purpose. So it's not only for me, Although I am just sharing this stage right now, but I'm just letting you know you are here on purpose. I let that sink in a little bit, just reminding you, in case you forgot, you are here on purpose. You are more than enough for where you are, for what you're doing. But the good thing about it, your destiny is not your roadblock. Your destiny is not where you stand. When you look at me, there are so many things that comes to mind. You may be asking yourself, what is she about? I have accomplished so much things. Anyway, if you're in your downtime, remember, this is just a phase of your life. This is not your destination. I remember someone said, you park for a little bit just to rest. If you're a trailer driver, you know you have rest stops. So you park and you relax. But if you stay there too long, the authorities will come and find out, what are you doing here? Move along. So I stop here to tell you, you are too long in your rest stop. You have a destiny. You have a purpose to fulfill. You are here on purpose. God designed you for a purpose, and you must fulfill that. So I look at you, you look at me. Let's raise the bar higher. You were looking down, let's raise the bar higher. Higher to where you're going. Because if you walk with your head down, all you're gonna do, you're gonna bump into obstacles. You're gonna fall. You're gonna trip and hurt yourself. But I stop here to tell you, raise the bar higher. Sometimes if you raise the bar, if you lift your hand, you may have to stand on your tippy toe if you're short like me. Or if you're raising the bar, you may have to stretch a little bit. Use those muscles that you haven't used for a long time. Let's raise the bar higher. Forgetting, as Paul says in the Bible, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching for those things which are before. Let's press. We are raising the bar higher. The things of the past are no longer in your view. So if you continue to look in your rear view, if you continue to walk forward and look behind you, you will not get to your destiny. And God designed you for a good destiny. In Jeremiah 29, verse 11, he said, the thoughts I think of you are thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Man, an expected end. What that is telling me, that my success is already over on the other side. But if I don't raise my bar, if I don't reach, if I don't move, I will stand and die in this space. But I'm here on purpose. I'm walking in my purpose, so I will fulfill the destiny that God has designed me for. I want you to look at the person beside you. I know it's COVID, so you may not be able to touch them, but just eye contact. Say after me, I am more than enough I am good enough. I am strong enough. I was made for this. God destined me for this. God purposed me for this. I am more than enough. Yes, you will hear those little voices letting you know, what are you talking about? You can't move this. You can't leave here. You are a loser. No. The God of heaven who created you for purpose is letting you know that you are more than enough. You have what it takes in you to develop, to build, to stand up in your greatness. You have what it takes. Today, I have been thinking of where I came from. I survived that bullet to let you know you are more than enough. I survived the nervous breakdown to let you know that you are more than enough. I did not come here just to smile, but I come here to remind you that you are more than enough. You need to hear this so often that you stand up and stand out and do exactly what you're called to do. I am not here to preach because I am not perfect. I am working through my imperfections because I was there with you. I was where you are. And if you're John or Sally or even Lennon, I was where you are. So if you are successful and you think that there is no time, there's nothing else for me, you are more than enough. You know what I mean? So many times we reach these roadblocks in our lives, and guess what? We sabotage ourselves because we think that, oh, I've tried so hard and I still can't get there. You know why you're feeling uncomfortable? Because destiny is calling you. Are you gonna sit there and allow yourself to be taken from where you're supposed to go? Are you gonna sit there and allow destiny to pass you by? Because no one can take destiny from you unless you sabotage yourself. So I stopped by to let you know, raise the bar higher. Success is calling you. Your destiny is calling you. You may have been a very accomplished person, but you're not finished. There is much more for you to do. Raise the bar higher. Raise the bar higher. Just tell yourself that. Raise the bar higher, Justin. Raise the bar higher, Sandra. Raise the bar higher, Mark. John, raise the bar higher. Three things to consider. Why am I raising the bar? Because I want to live in abundance. I want to stand that my children can see me as an example. I want to stand that my peers can see me as an example because God has designed me for greatness. So I want to share with you, if you're willing to take the charge to raise the bar higher. Because I raised the bar. I am still working on my imperfections. I am not perfect. Your destiny is not calling perfection. Your destiny is calling action. Are you ready to take action and be the girl, the boy that you were called to be? I just stopped by to stir you, to let you know you are more than enough. Take charge and raise the bar higher. I am Miriam Edwards, and I am here to help you raise the bar higher. Thank you.
I teach people just like you how to invest in real estate, make money, build wealth, get rich, and be a millionaire. My top student made $1.2 million on one deal from what I taught him about investing in real estate. Another student made $400,000. She increased her net worth $1.5 million from what I taught her. I promise you this, making this type of money will learn how to invest, make money, and build wealth in real estate. Would that make you happy? Hell yes, Terry. That would make me extremely happy. This is my episode of how I built generational wealth and achieved financial success in 3 minutes or less. Follow me, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me. The rich don't have jobs. You guys know that. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. You guys have heard that. But no one has shown you how it's done. I'm doing it right now. I'm showing you right now.
Crazy chaos and confusion. I also understand what it is to feel disorganized, feeling like you don't have enough time in the day, feeling like you're scatterbrained and all over the place, and not to mention feeling like you're on a hamster cycle, exerting all of this energy